No. You rise to the occasion. Experience comes with age, and I've been hearing that a lot.
It's going to be the toughest fight of his career, the most embarrassing fight of his career. He's going to be exposed.
Anthony Joshua isn't just talking, he's flexing decades of blood, sweat, and glory. After a recent face-to-face with Jake Paul, the tension is sizzling. AJ's words drip with confidence, almost daring Paul to blink first. This isn't a friendly chat, the gloves are off, sparks are flying, and a storm is brewing in the heavyweight division.
And that just comes through knocking people out. I'll never stop and I'll never trade it in for nothing. And this is why I dedicate myself to the sport, because of all the opportunities that it's blessed me with.
Jake Paul is turning up the heat, reading Anthony Joshua like an open book. The bravado is palpable. He's calling out AJ's nerves in plain sight, hyping himself up while throwing mental punches before the bell even rings. The tension is electric, the rivalry sizzling, and the gloves-off drama is just getting started.
And my ability. But I think deep down, I see him breathing right now. I see it through his shirt. His heart rate is.
Anthony Joshua just iced Jake Paul with surgical precision. While Jake struts and brags, AJ's calm, unshakable presence exposes him as a paper tiger. Mentally, physically, every level AJ towers over him. Jake's loudmouth and online hype can't touch the reality in the room. He's outclassed, outgunned, and humiliated before even stepping into the ring.
Worried about this guy or the next guy or the next guy. The people that I'm worried about is the people with the championship belts. It's the only people I have to worry about.
Okay.
That's the reality. That's why I don't phase, and that's why I don't let whatever he says get to me or what I'm worried about him when I'm in his presence.
He seems mentally stronger than any opponent you box.
Kevin Johnson was talking about way low more.
AJ doesn't just clap back, he demolishes Jake Paul's ego with ruthless truth. The wannabe fighter thinks he's tough, but AJ exposes him as clueless, unprepared, and utterly out of his depth. Every word slices through Jake's facade, leaving him looking small, irrelevant, and laughably outclassed in front of the world.
Shows how uneducated you are or delusional you are to go out and say that I don't care about fighter pay when I gave you the biggest payday.
Duke McKenzie makes it crystal clear. AJ is a seasoned predator, while Jake is nothing but a wannabe clown trying to look tough. During the face-off, the contrast is brutal. AJ's focus and presence dominate the room, and Jake's bravado crumbles under the weight of reality. One glance exposes him as completely out of his depth.
I don't think Anthony Joshua would take Jake Paul lightly any way, shape or form, and he'd be so easy to hit. You're talking about a trained athlete against a
Roy Jones Jr. points out AJ's unshakable calm during the tense face-off. Every move and glance from Joshua radiates lethal confidence, while Jake's over-the-top energy looks cartoonish. It's a classic case of hype versus reality. AJ's quiet dominance makes Jake's big talk appear pitiful and utterly laughable in the ring's looming shadow.
Going through the motion, he's serious about it, so I liked it.
Yeah, like his energy was very calming throughout the week.
Yes, it was.
Wade Plemons doesn't hold back. Jake Paul stepping up to AJ is fantasy-level ridiculous. Watching the face-off, every step highlights the absurdity. AJ is a heavyweight monster. Jake is a social media fighter trying to play a giant. The intimidation is instant, and Jake's bravado is already being dismantled before the bell even rings.
They could get to heavyweight and knock out Anthony Joshua, or even beat him, or even compete with him. I mean, Jake struggled to hurt Mike Tyson, and let's not forget, in the first part of that fight, Jake was trying to hurt Mike Tyson. He was, and Mike was dangerous, and Jake didn't want to take any risks and get knocked out by Mike Tyson. That was
Johnny Nelson shreds Jake Paul's illusions. AJ doesn't play games, he annihilates. The face-off reveals the gulf between showmanship and real power. Jake's theatrics mean nothing against AJ's presence. He's outclassed, overhyped, and utterly exposed. Every second of the stare down humiliates him further in front of fans and fighters alike.
Jake Paul is crazy. If he thinks he can get it with Anthony Joshua, former two-time heavyweight champion of the world, and play tiddlywinks, I don't think AJ plays touch. He plays knock the F out. So
Jake Paul thinks he's intimidating, but the face-off proves otherwise. AJ's calm, towering presence swallows every ounce of his fake bravado. The easy work claim is laughable as Joshua's dominance radiates through the room. Jake's ego is exposed, and every confident word of his is set to backfire spectacularly when the fight starts.
Yeah, man. You know, he's a dumbass, and so it's gonna be apparent on Saturday when he's the one that gets knocked out. I mean, genuinely, fighters always say this. There's the back and forth, but here's I'm being so honest, man. This guy is easy work.
Jake Paul is desperately trying to sound like a strategist, but in reality, his analysis just highlights his delusion. Talking about AJ being chinny or finding holes is laughable when standing across an Olympic gold medalist and two-time world champion. The face-off exposed Jake's inflated ego. He's all talk, no substance. Every attempt to spin toughness into confidence falls flat, making him look naive. While he flails in the media, AJ's experience and skill dwarf him completely. By the time the bell rings, those holes Jake is counting on will be the very openings Joshua exploits to humiliate him inside the ring.
Definitely a bit chinny. He's durable, he gets back up, he knows how to fight when he's hurt, and he's still dangerous when he's hurt. He's dropped people, he's wobbled Dubois when he had been dropped multiple times, so he's very tough. He's very, very, very tough, but I do see holes where I can land it.
Anthony Joshua lays down the brutal truth. Jake Paul's hype-driven journey insults the sport's centuries-old system. AJ's pedigree, honed through Olympic qualification and professional battles, starkly contrasts Jake's social media-fueled career. The face-off magnifies the gap. One man embodies discipline, skill, and legitimacy. The other, flashy content and empty threats. Fans can see it, AJ isn't just more prepared, he's leagues ahead, mentally and physically, and Jake's presence in the same ring already looks like a public humiliation waiting to happen.
It all happens this way so that he doesn't get, the biggest paycheck of his life and just continues to be a piece of shit in boxing.
Jake, Clarissa Shields and others in the...
Frank Warren doesn't mince words. The fight is a lopsided spectacle. AJ, with Olympic gold and championship experience, dwarfs Jake Paul's career. The face-off makes it obvious. Jake is a minor league entertainer playing with the big boys. His handful of fights, mostly avoiding real opponents, stand in embarrassing contrast to AJ's elite resume. In the build-up, every glance, every movement shows the imbalance. Fans can feel the inevitability. This isn't hype, it's a reality check. And Jake Paul is on the verge of a very public schooling from a true heavyweight legend.
AJ will go in as a massive favourite, former two-time world champion, naturally a natural big heavyweight, gold medalist at Olympic Games against a guy who never had any amateur fights. What's he had, about 10 or 12 pro fights, been accused of not fighting decent opponents. Well, you've got to take your hat off to Jake Paul, he's stepping right up.
Carl Frampton completely exposes Jake Paul. His so-called resume is laughable. The face-off shows the glaring reality. Jake's victories are meaningless, built on MMA fighters or former boxers long past their prime. The one legitimate opponent he faced, Tommy Fury, handed him a reality check. Standing across from AJ, all of Jake's hype, bluster, and social media bravado crumble under scrutiny. Fans watching the build-up already see Jake as an overconfident amateur playing a dangerous game. Inside that ring, every exaggerated claim he's made will be systematically dismantled by a true champion.
Paul, from who's he beat? Chavez, who's, not a boxer anymore. He's been out for such a long time, and he lost an MMA fighter in his last fight. The only legitimate boxer I think he's beat is it Tommy Fury? Is that it?
He didn't beat him though, he lost to him.
Oh, he lost to him?
Derek Chisora doesn't hold back, and it's impossible to ignore the brutal reality he lays out. AJ isn't nervous, hesitant, or distracted. He's focused and laser sharp. Meanwhile, Jake Paul, all hype and overconfidence, is staring down a man who has dismantled true contenders, not social media content creators. Chisora promises to witness the inevitable spectacle, emphasizing just how outclassed Jake is. The face-off already revealed the disparity in skill, experience, and mental toughness, and by fight night, Joshua will turn every inch of that tension into a dominant display. Jake's bravado is just entertainment inside the ring. He's going to be exposed for the lightweight fantasy he really is. This isn't a fight, it's a masterclass in dismantling a hype-driven amateur.
Anthony Joshua could knock Jake Paul out with his dick. So if it goes any other way,
David Adelier exposes the cold truth. Joshua isn't just technically superior, he hits like a freight train. Jake Paul, who has been hyped as a dangerous opponent, faces a nightmare reality. Fans may admire Jake's bravado, but Adelier reminds everyone that one solid punch from AJ can instantly turn fantasy into humiliation. The face-off tension becomes even clearer while Jake waves his chest and talks a big game. Joshua's devastating power lurks just beneath the surface. Every swing he takes in the ring carries the threat of immediate destruction. For Jake, it's not just about skill, it's about surviving the relentless reality of facing one of the hardest-hitting heavyweights alive.
People expect, I think. I think a lot of people, obviously, they pick up on his boxing and how good of a boxer he is, but he hits harder than people expect.
Anthony Joshua makes one thing crystal clear. This isn't a spectacle, a circus, or a content clip for social media. Jake Paul is facing a world-class fighter who intends to inflict real damage. The face-off revealed the stark difference between hype and reality. AJ's calm menace contrasts sharply with Jake's overconfident swagger. Joshua's words alone send a warning. There's no underestimating him, no shortcuts, and no mercy. By the time the fight starts, every ounce of Jake's bluster will collapse under methodical, precise, and punishing force. The job AJ refers to isn't about winning points, it's about showing the world that Jake Paul is out of his league, and there's no amount of social media bravado that will save him.
If I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna break his face, I'm gonna break his body up, I'm gonna stomp all over him. That's my mentality, right? That's a fighter's mentality, and I know what's in my heart, I know what's in my mind, and I'm here to compete. I'm here to prove myself that I'm the better fighter, so I'm looking forward to it, and I'll do that until I finish fighting, no matter who it is.
Who are those opponents lined up for you in 2026?
My focus is on Jake Paul.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Is that true though? Do you have those 2 fights lined up already?
They're not signed, they're not sealed, but they're opportunities.
Eddie Hearn underscores the stark reality. This is no exhibition, no PR stunt, and certainly not a friendly spar. AJ is operating like a true world champion, with a calculated game plan designed to end Jake Paul's delusions swiftly. Every aspect of the preparation screams precision. Jake isn't stepping into a fight, he's stepping into a lesson in how a real heavyweight operates. The face-off hype, social media banter, and bravado will all be obliterated by execution and power. Jake's confidence, already shaky in the stare-down, will meet its ultimate collapse as Joshua methodically dismantles every ounce of swagger with skill, power, and ruthless intent. This fight is about sending a statement, and it's not in Jake's favor.
Is there a script? Yeah, there is a script. We come out and try and knock him out, clean out, cold.
I think AJ is just completely focused on the fight, like it was a world championship fight, like it was a world championship contender.
We couldn't be taking it more seriously. Is there a script? Yeah, there is a script. We come out and try and knock him out, clean out, cold.
Adam Smith reveals a truth that Jake Paul can never comprehend. Anthony Joshua is a perpetual student of the game, always improving, always evolving. While Jake relies on hype, clips, and bravado, AJ meticulously studies, adapts, and perfects his craft. The face-off shows the gap. Jake's confidence is shallow, fragile, and ready to crack. Joshua, with elite training and experience, has faced challenges far greater than this YouTuber turned boxer. By fight night, Jake's illusions of parody will be obliterated, and the world will see that no amount of social media clout can match relentless preparation, Olympic pedigree, and championship mentality. AJ is ready to not just win, but humiliate Jake fully, proving this fight was never close.
AJ felt he needed a bit more personal one-on-one tuition, and look, he's a sponge, Anthony. He's always said that he's always learning, and to go to the team where he tried twice to get the better of Alexander and couldn't.
The stage is set, the tension is palpable, and the gloves are officially off. Anthony Joshua isn't just entering the ring, he's bringing decades of experience, Olympic pedigree, and championship-level skill to put Jake Paul's delusions to bed once and for all. Every stare-down, every comment, every overconfident word from Jake has only fueled AJ's focus, and fans everywhere know this is more than a fight, it's a public schooling. Jake can talk, hype, and tease, but the reality is harsh. He's stepping into a storm he cannot control. Joshua's power, precision, and calculated aggression will expose every weakness, every hole Jake thinks he can exploit, leaving no doubt who truly dominates. The question now is simple. Will Jake survive the onslaught, or will AJ make this a lesson in reality for every social media fighter thinking they belong on a world-class stage? Comment below, are you Team AJ, ready to witness a complete demolition, or are you still believing in Jake's hype?